Okay, here's another video of how to do this week's assignment. So I did number 1 in the first video, and here's number 2. So on a separate sheet of paper, we write down number 2. And so we have boron and MgCl2 2BCl5 plus 5Mg. Okay, in this case, there's 2 products. So we're gonna pick one to go to. It doesn't matter which one. So if you have 1.4 grams of boron and 36.2 grams, we just wanna know which one is the limiting reactant, which one will use all of the grams, all the mass, to make the products. Doesn't matter which product we go to figure out. Since, I'll just do this one since it's the first one. So we want to go to moles here. We don't have to go all the way to grams. We could if we wanted to. So we have 1.4 grams of boron, and we want to figure out how many moles of boron, that would be pentachloride. And then we have 36.2 grams of MgCl2, magnesium chloride, and we're trying to go to boron or pentachloride again. So we go grams to moles of boron. We go grams to moles of MgCl2. So the mass of boron, look at your periodic table, and it is 10.8, so I'll round to 11. So I'll put 11 there and 1 there. Magnesium chloride, I always do 35.5 for chlorine. If you round to 36, that's fine. And then if you keep 35, it's going to be fine too. It won't be wrong, totally wrong. And 24. So 35.5 is 70 plus 24 would be 94 grams. So we'll put 94 grams right there. Okay, and then the last step for these is doing the mole ratio. So this grams of boron will cancel out, grams of magnesium chloride will cancel out. And then we're going from moles of boron to moles of boron pentachloride. So we do the mole ratio. Moles will be on the bottom here since it's on top here. We have to put it on the bottom. And then moles of BCl5. So this is when you use coefficient. 2 is in front of boron pentachloride, so you put 2 there. 2 is also in front of boron, so it's really this step won't really change the number, but you have to do it to make sure. And then magnesium chloride goes on the bottom here, and we're going to more moles of BCl5. It's very important to go to the same compound for both of these, because you won't figure out what the limiting reactant is if you don't. So there's a 5 in front of magnesium chloride, so you put a 5 there, and there's a 2 there. And then you solve. So using your calculator, I'll put 1.4 divided by 11, and then times 2 divided by 2. That's going to give you 0.13 moles of BCl5. And then we'll do the other calculation. 36.2 divided by 94 times 2 divided by 5. And that gives you 0.15 moles of BCl5. So which one's smaller, 0.13 or 0.15? This is smaller. So that means the limiting reactant is boron. You're going to use all of the 1.5 grams of boron. You're not going to use all of the 36.2 grams of magnesium chloride because you don't have enough of the boron to react with all of the magnesium chloride. This is the limiting reactant, usually abbreviated LR, and this is the excess reactant, ER. So for the joke, you put B for number 2. Okay? So if you get a problem that you have 2 products, pick which one you want to go to. It doesn't matter which one. You'll still get the bright limiting reactant. So again, you take the mass, you convert to moles, and then you do the mole ratio to one of the products. That is the coefficient. Take the mass, convert to moles, mole ratio. Look at the answer. The one that is the smaller in value will tell you which reactant was the limiting reactant. Okay? Give me send me your work when you're done, and I will tell you any mistakes.